Hey everyone, I'm Suede Wanamaker, and welcome to Cinematic Vault. This is a space for cinematic storytelling, fan-made, reimagined, and brought to life visuals and narration. Every project you see here was carefully written, built around emotion, myth, and meaning. Today we are going over the 26th story in the Godzilla cinematic universe. Now sit back and let the vault open. A story of vengeance, creation, and rebellion. This is Godzilla and King Kong: Iron Rebellion, a fan-made film story written by Suede Wanamaker, realized with AI visuals and AI narration.
The morning light touches San Francisco's broken skyline, the wounds of past battles carved into steel and stone. Along the shoreline where acid rain once fell, Dr. Emmett Shaw wanders alone. The scars of the city mirror the scars within him, each ruin a reminder of his humiliation and blame after Hidara's rampage. Staring into the bay, Shaw imagines the day when Godzilla Jr. will finally fall. In the ripples of black water, the city looks whole again, but the reflection lies. On Skull Island, mist coils through the jungle canopy. From the shadows steps Hunter Marlowe, gaunt but alive, a ghost of the 2005 expedition thought long dead. Years of isolation and bitterness have burned away his humanity, leaving only hatred. His eyes track the massive figure of Kong, patrolling the cliffs, a reminder of the island that abandoned him. Gripping the machete at his side, Marlowe swears he will see Skull Island burn and Kong dragged from his throne. Far beneath the earth, floodlights illuminate an underground hangar filled with forbidden relics. Alien schematics line the walls, steel fragments from old battles lie scattered, and bones sealed in resin glow under glass. In the center of it all, Shaw and Marlowe meet face to face. Their handshake seals a pact born of vengeance, to craft weapons that will eclipse the Titans themselves. One seeks to destroy Godzilla, the other to erase Kong. Together, they will ignite an iron rebellion. Sparks cascade in showers of fire as welders carve molten lines into black steel. A monstrous spine of jagged plates rises higher, locking into place with thunderous clangs. The glow of crimson energy surges through the scenes, illuminating a machine built for war. Mechagodzilla opens its predatory eyes, blood-red light burning through the dark hangar. Its roar is mechanical thunder, and for a moment, even the engineers forget to breathe. In another chamber, a darker creation takes shape. Gyra's ribcage, salvaged from the sea, becomes the skeletal scaffold of a new monster. Bronze and iron grow like plated muscles across bone, pistons hissing as they snap into place. Oversized fists clench with unnatural power. From the chest, a faint pulse radiates, a mechanical heart that beats with no soul. When Mechani-Kong's glowing yellow eyes flare open, the reflection of Kong has been twisted into something monstrous. Across the Pacific, Horizon's control center glows with urgency. Satellite feeds track tremors across oceans, seismic data flashing like lifelines on walls of screens. At the heart of it all, Dr. Lena Cabe stands firm, commanding order in the chaos. Her voice echoes through the room, assigning teams, moving fleets, and bracing humanity for another Titan war. She knows what the readings mean. Something unnatural is rising, and balance will soon be tested again. In the command floor below, Jack Hayes pores over tactical maps, his bronze pendant catching the dim light. He issues orders, drawing evacuation routes across city grids, his calm voice giving structure to fear. Soldiers and officials glance his way, reassured by his precision. For a fleeting moment, it feels like he can bring order to the chaos. But Jack knows too well that in the shadow of Titans, no strategy survives untouched. High above the streets, Nora Quinn steadies her camera, lens glowing against the skyline. She narrates to the world, her voice carried live across networks. In her words, the battles of gods become stories of survival, not just destruction. She tells people to look, to learn, to endure. As explosions sound in the distance, Nora reminds humanity that monsters can be more than threats, they can be warnings. The sea splits open as Mechagodzilla storms Skull Island's shores, claws carving fire through the jungle. Rivers boil and trees topple as the machine leaves devastation in its wake. Creatures flee in panic. From his cliffs, Kong roars, thunder shaking the heavens as he charges to meet the intruder. But before his fury reaches the coast, the mechanical beast retreats into the depths, its work of provocation complete. The ocean churns again, but this time it is Godzilla Jr. who rises. Dorsal fins glow blue through the surf, his roar breaking through the smoke. To Kong, arriving late to burning rivers, the truth is twisted. He sees only devastation and the ancient rival who caused it. Jungle trembles, stone cracks, and two guardians mistake one another for enemies. The clash shakes the island to its roots. Kong's fists hammer scales. Godzilla's tail whips stone to rubble. Atomic breath cuts through jungle canopies, while Kong hurls boulders with primal rage. But when Kong lies pinned in the mud, Godzilla does not finish him. With a final roar, the guardian of the sea turns his back and sinks into the abyss. He was not here for war. At Horizon, Lane tracks Mechagodzilla's trail through the Pacific. Jack redraws maps, committing troops and armor to meet it before landfall. On paper, the plan is elegant, corridors drawn with confidence. But in San Francisco's streets, reality tears through strategy. One wrong turn becomes a trap. Entire squads vanish. The radio crackles into silence. Jack stares at the names of the dead, his hand trembling as the weight of command crushes him. Sirens scream as Mechagodzilla rises in San Francisco Bay. Its shadow dwarfs bridges, which buckle and fall under its step. On the streets below, Red Tate's convoy weaves through smoke and gridlock, pulling civilians from cars, carrying children through collapsing tunnels. He does not stop. Behind him, the machine's crimson glow paints the waters like blood. The bay explodes as Godzilla Jr. rises once more, fury meeting the steel pretender. Their roars echo like cannon fire. Atomic breath slams against a crimson plasma beam, turning the waterfront into blinding light. Buildings collapse into the sea as claws and steel grind together. But precision beats instinct. Godzilla falters, blood trailing into the surf. On a shattered rooftop, Nora films as sparks rain like falling stars. She steadies the frame, even as the ground shudders beneath her. Her voice cuts through fear, telling the world what unfolds before her eyes. A protector on the brink, a machine of vengeance tearing balance apart. Below, Jack stares at casualty tallies on his screen, fighting the urge to look away. From the ocean, Kong arrives on the broken remains of a freighter, leaping onto San Francisco's ruined piers. Seeing Godzilla standing amid destruction, he roars with primal certainty and attacks. Their second clash is merciless. A wounded guardian struggling against the king unbroken. The fight is quick, brutal, and ends with Godzilla beaten into the rubble. The ground shudders, and a new shadow falls across the battlefield. Mechani-Kong emerges from the smoke, eyes glowing ember orange, metal fists crashing down like thunder. His punch shatters pavement, sending Kong sprawling. He rises to fight, but the machine mirrors his strength with cruel superiority. Cables lash out, binding him in steel. From the bay, Mechagodzilla returns, joining his iron twin. Godzilla claws at the ground, struggling to rise, only to collapse again. Kong gasps under Mechani-Kong's blows, his chest heaving. The city shakes with every step of the machines. In the command center, Jack lowers his head, guilt breaking him. Across the tunnels, Red leads the last of the civilians to safety, refusing to look back. The sky parts in golden radiance. Young Mothra descends through smoke, scattering luminous scales that drift onto Godzilla's wounds. His bloodied hide begins to knit, his eyes sharpen, and he rises once more. Above, Litra streaks through the air, shrieking defiance as she dives at Mechagodzilla. Hope returns. At Horizon, Jack crumples his resignation and shouts new orders with fire in his eyes. Lena's commands blaze across channels, urging a desperate gamble. Kong turns on Mechagodzilla, aided by Litra's piercing strikes at its crimson seams. Godzilla charges Mechani-Kong, Mothra's glow sealing his wounds as he attacks. The machines hesitate, their programming undone. Fighting the wrong opponents, they falter. Kong rips a missile port from Mechagodzilla's shoulder, sparks bursting into the air as Litra dives through the gap. The machine staggers, its chest cannon dying mid-charge. Across the bay, Mothra blinds Mechani-Kong with a radiant light as Godzilla unleashes a full atomic breath into its chest. Bronze splits, circuits fry, and the glowing heart inside shatters. Both iron giants collapse into ruin. The rebellion ended in thunder without storm. In the underground hangar, floodlights cut through smoke as soldiers storm in. Shaw and Marlowe are dragged out in chains, their rebellion reduced to ash. From the wreckage, they glimpse two distant silhouettes, Kong and Godzilla, battered but alive, standing apart in mutual respect. Red tape watches the cuffs lock, then turns back to the tunnel mouth where survivors wait. Jack signs the after-action report with steadier hands. Nora lowers her camera with tears in her eyes, and Lena dims the glowing map of the Pacific. Outside, Godzilla slips beneath the waves. Kong disappears into Skull Island's mist, and Mothra with Litra soar into the healing dawn. Balance, once again, endures. Godzilla and King Kong, Iron Rebellion, the clash of flesh and iron. If you enjoyed this journey into forgotten legends and untold worlds, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you never miss a new upload. Thank you for stepping into the vault where every story leaves a mark.